Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a brand new video. I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank all my subscribers, old ones and new ones, and anybody who's tuning in for the first time. Hi, hello, welcome, bonjour and all that, you know. By this time we're playing with a Dinky Toys Coventry Climax forklift. It's an early one. To be honest with you, it's not in that bad a nick. It's got a lot of paint missing off it in areas. There was no string on it when I got it. So this is what we're playing with this week. Dinky Toys Coventry Climax forklift. So we'll get it off the stand and we'll have a good look at it. Okay, let's have a look at this closely before we tear into it. Like I said, I put a string on myself because when it out of string, so I did that myself just to see how it works, and it does work. Well, I tell you what, let's get your scrappy old roller on. There you go. Let's just have a look, show you how it works. Which best way to do it? Because I'm left-handed and I'll do it this way. Right, wrong way around. Come on, you worked earlier on. Little toe rag. There we go. Up she goes. Up she goes. Ooh, and up she rises. She's a bit tight. She goes up. There you go. That's going in the crusher. Like I say, it wants a bit of work doing to it, but it's a bit stiff on the way down. But yeah, there you go. So we've got to look at that slider. This slider here. Get that sorted. It's in green and orangey colour. A couple of rivets, well, 4 rivets on the bottom. A bit rusty in places. Got the fella in the top there. Well, we got Fred. He's the Coles crane driver. Fred is. And Harry, he was on the 3-wheel cart. So this guy, we're going to call him Jacko. Yeah, there you go, that's Jacko. That's Jacko. He's a miserable git, is Jacko, by the way. Right, so we'll get the tools out and we'll get it stripped down. Right, let's drill these bases out then. I've done 3, started on 3, so this is the last one. I don't think they're particularly deep rivets, so we'll have a look. Yeah, so I need a bit more yet. Careful not to bend the boom, really. So we'll have another look. Get that out of the way. The old drill bit's getting a bit blunt, I think. Let's see what we got now. Let's see what we got now. It's a bit tight. Oh, it's bending now, look. Oh, I see. There's very little behind there. Here we go, here we go, here we go. I'll do a bit more. Let me do a bit more. Myself. Yeah, don't go fully round there. I think we've got it now. I think we got it now, boys. Tell you what, stubborn old bugger this one. What's that? Oh. That's it. Alright, let's got that out of the way. Yeah, this base plate, it didn't go in a full circle. It's right up against the edge. So we'll sort that out. Bit scratched. But essentially, it's fine. Let me just clear this up here for a second. Dustbusters! Right, I don't want bloody filings all over the place. Right, let's see what we got. Right, first of all, I think there's a spring missing. Looking at it, I was wondering if it was a spring missing. Let me just cut this spring. Get rid of that. Yeah. I think the spring locates in there. So it holds the shaft, you know, like you do on the cranes and most other things. So the spring will go in there. So to try and fashion something out of that to make a spring to go in there. So that's that. Back wheel just pulls out. So that's that bit done. There's a rivet holding jacko in there. I'm not sure about this. Let's get this windy thing out. Yeah, I have to grind that off somehow. To grind that off, there's not a lot there, look. You can see that. Very little there. Focus on it. Let's get these tyres off. I'll take that shaft out. Take that front axle out. That'll release this then, won't it? Right. Let's have a look what we got. Get that front axle out of there. If we can. Which one was it? That one, wasn't it? See if that's any good. Yeah, that's got it. That's front axle out. Then that There's a piece there, let's slide that right out. So that's done that bit. What I could do is, because there's not a lot of room to get that pin out there, I might do what I did last time, mask it up. Leave that in. Can't see it being a problem really. Mask that up and leave that in. Because if you look, I know I just said so, but if you look here, that's me pushing the pin right up. There's just nothing, hardly, to do that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave that in. Right, let's get Jacko out of there. So we can get him out. Come on, Jacko. Jacko. This might be a bit awkward to do on camera, but we'll have a look. I think I got him. Yep, that's got him. He's out. Unscathed. Steering wheel, as you can see. If you can see that, I'll try and get it in there, but the steering wheel has got a, no, you can't see it. It's got a kink, a rod bent over, so we'll try and straighten that if we can. Get that out. It's quite long, that in there. Oh, it's really twisted in there, that isn't it? It's quite deep in there as well. You're going to have to come, I don't want to break it. I've got some long nose pliers, see if I can get in there with these. It's awkward. Not being a surgeon, isn't it? Trying to get that out of there. Let's try these. These ain't great, but we'll give them a go. They're a bit longer. Come on, baby. They don't want to come out, does it? Bloody hell. Really don't want to come out of that one. Yeah. So I think the best way to get that out of there. It's definitely a long, so you can't see it from here, but it's a really long pin, and it's bent, and it's like wedged in the base here. Can I get away with masking that up? Yeah, if we fear of breaking it, I'll mask that up and paint that steering wheel by hand, because it is a long way in there. If anybody's done with these, you'll know what I mean. You can't see it from here, but it's right down in there, right up here, and it's bent over, and it's not a short one, it's a long bend, if you understand what I'm saying. I can't seem to get it to hook up. It won't come up enough for me to grab hold of it. No, that's staying in. We'll leave that in. So there we go. So look at this now. Get the string out. Oh, I don't like that. Right, get this slider out. We're going to have to take one of these pins out. I think we'll take the bottom one out. Take the bottom pin out. Get that up the top, out of the way. Get this pin out. That pin out, and that should slide off then. Well, that was it. Oh. Anybody see where that come from? Can't know what that is. That there. Oh, I see. No, I got it. Ah, there's one missing. Oh no, there's not two. Oh, that was lucky, wasn't it? Oh, there's four now. These. Little rollers. That was lucky, wasn't it? They go on those locating pins there. There and there. So that was lucky then, wasn't it? Yeah, look. They drop back on there. Yeah, they drop on there. Right, okay. So, save them. There's one. We'll put them in. We'll put them in the dump truck. That's 3, 4. Axle, pin, back axle, tyres, wheels. Yeah, so we'll leave that. We don't need to take that top pin out, I don't think. There's no point. So that's it then. Time for stripping. So what we got then? We've got to strip this, that, Jacko, and a base plate. Okay then, let's get stripping. Now I managed to get that out in the end. Look how the length of that. And that's where it was bent there. So I had all this tucked up behind here. In there. You can imagine. So I got it out and eventually. I thought, well, sod it, get it out. I'll cut it a bit shorter. So when I put it in, I don't have to bend it. It's just cut about a couple of mil off it like that. It'll be all right. Okay, thought I'd show you that before I strip it. In a bit. Right, it's caustic soda time on the old forklift. Let's give it a go. Kettle's just boiled. Let's get some water in here. Put all the bits in. Alright, put the fan on. Put all the bits in. See how we get on. Put that one over. A bit more water in there and fill this one up. Right. Here we go then. That's it. You know, bubbling away there nicely. Bubbling away nicely. There's some more in the tray for rinsing. Sunday today, it's really cold today. The wind's picked up and it's got quite cold. So we're in here. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, look. That's virtually off there already. Look at that. That's good going, isn't it? Yeah, so is that, look. This won't take long, will it? Right. Happy with that. That takes a bit longer. It seems to take a bit longer off the tin, you know. On the die cast itself, it's alright, it comes on quite quick. But on the tin pieces, like this arm and the base, it seems to take a lot longer. So, that's it. All the paint's off the forks. We'll get these in the rinse. That one. Quick clean in there. Yeah, that's that one. I'll leave these tin bits in for a bit longer. Right, I'll catch you in a bit. Right, here we go with the clean-up. Right, what I need to bring my lowel on. I've had a quick run over this with a wire brush. Now I'm just going to finalise it. I've got the big wheel on at the minute, but I'll change it to get right in there, right down the bottom. Yeah, I'll just show you what I can do here. Camera angle not great, is it? I've got the hanger in the way. Yeah, to get in them corners there, you need to change it. I'll probably put one of them on. But this will be ideal for this. Hanging all this up, this tin. Yeah, these tin parts tend to cling onto the paint a bit longer than the casting material, whatever they call it. I don't know. Like I said, it's blowing a gale today out there. Right, changing yesterday, it was scorching yesterday. Now it's blowing a gale. Who knows? So I've got the camera on the big tripod today, that's why you've got a different camera angle. Because the other one, I think the suction pad's gone completely on the other one now. So I'm off to town tomorrow and see if we're going to get myself a couple of selfie sticks. Drill a hole in my bench. Put a Jubilee clip in or something. So I can adjust the height on it and take it out. So I don't like to have the camera stand in the way if I'm doing stuff which is not on camera, because it's a pain in the backside. And to be honest with you, I'm no David Bailey. So we're getting these grooves here, getting them grooves there, for them balls are up and down in there. Yeah. Well, I'm going to change bits on here and get the other bit in. Let's get that in there. Right, let's get stuck into this bit here. Getting all the bits and pieces. down in here. There we go. You'll probably, I'll show you in a minute, you'll probably see better now where I've got to put the spring. I'll show you. Where's me? I'll use this. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but just in in there, there's like a horseshoe shape. Well, just in there, where that's going, in there should be like a spring. So when the handle turns, it grips it as it goes around. You know what I mean? What having cranes and stuff. Because there's a flat piece on here. So I've got to work out. I've got to go and find a piece for that. I haven't got a spare, so the only one I've got is in a crane, which I'm going to be doing shortly anyway. So I'm not nicking that. So I'm going to nip and see, because that's very narrow. We'll try and get a hair grip. That might work, eh? If I can find one. So there you go. Right, I'm going to finish this off camera, and I'll get back to you when it's all done. Bye-bye. Righty, we're okay now. We're all ready for I've masked up that. I masked a bit up in the middle there for it. Trying to get the metal. Going to put some grey primer on now. All cleaned up, all wiped down with methylated spirits. So I'm going to get the clamps on and grey primer it, and I'll get back to you when it's primered. Because you don't need to see paint primer. I'll put the video on when we do the top coat, but I'll show you the primer when it's all done anyway, in a bit. Okay then, let's get on with the colour on this truck, forklift. Do the body first. Give it a good old shake up and rip, rattle. Right, inside. Go. Get a light one first, so I'm getting all the bits and pieces, which is not easy on this. Just giving that a light coat. Let this tack off a little bit. Now the green on this now. Good old shake. Shake, rattle and roll. Right, here we go. Again, another light coat. That's the green. Well, I'll let these tack off a little bit. I'll come back to you when it's all lacquered up. Okay, what we're doing here is making a packing case to go on the forklift. So I've just basically got a chunk of balsa, and I've got some of these thinnish veneer strips. I've got quite a few of these kicking about. My late father used to do a lot of balsa wood modelling with boats and stuff, and when he passed, I had his stock of balsa and that. There's all sorts in there, so I'm making use of these. So what I'm doing now, I've got the pallet runners on the bottom, the sides. It's not perfect, but it's just, so now measuring up, I'm going to do the top. I've got it marked out on my chopping board, so that's the first one done. So basically this is just a your standard chopping board, and it'll handle that. There we go. Got a pencil line roughly where I want it. I think you've seen me do this before on the load bed for the truck that I did. So we'll cut a few of these, glue these on, put it to one side to dry. Yeah. Just one more, I think. Yeah. We'll do one more. That's flown over there. We don't need that. Right, we get this out of the way. All right. So to do this, to stick this on here, I'm just using this. It's a bit stringy, this, but you've all seen this. The old Yoo-hoo multi-purpose. It can be a bit stringy. I've got a small dispensing purpose-built thing to dispense this with. That's more for your accurate. And being balsa wood, it'll soak up quite quickly. So I'll put plenty on. Just smear it around there. Look. Yeah. And we'll whack these on. Get them somewhere near right. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's only just it's just for show, really. Just things like this I don't like to see bare, if you know what I mean. Like lorries with nothing in the back and things like that. So, like I said before, it ain't rocket science. That's a bit short, that one. You like to go around and gather things up that you can get hold of and use. Lollipop sticks, coffee stirrers, you know, you name it. And grab it. That's it, basically. This one a bit of time to dry. I can trim it all up when it's done. That's basically it. I've got to do some bracing pieces like that. I'm going to put some pieces on like that and like that, you know. I'll do them when I've cleaned it up because it needs cleaning up first. So I want to do that, get this out of the way before, whilst this is, I've got to assemble it all now. So basically it'll be something like that. Lift it up and down. Okay, so leave that dry for a moment over there, and then we'll get ready for the assembly. See you in a minute. That's it. Excuse me. That's it all painted and lacquered. Put the steering wheel back in. And got that back in. Yeah, come out quite nice. I've got the green there, so, and this is the arm all painted up, ready to go back in. Give you a quick mock up, a dry run. So that's what she'll look like, something like that. Right, what I'm going to show you before we go any further, I don't think you'll be able to see it in there, but I've done the flat bit as it goes round. You see, you can just see the flat bit. Ignore the bloody post holes. Are knackered then completely. But yeah, see that here, that there. That's my spring invention. Look, see it, like it's working. You can hear it is flattening. But what I've done there was I got some hairpins, And what you do, what I tend to do is cut them to length. They're quite good because they're quite springy. Get my hands behind it. They're quite springy. Get them apart. There you go, look. Pull it apart. Like that. I was going to chop this one as an example. Just, they're a bit tight to chop. Because I've got plenty. This is an example. I'll squash that bit down in a vise. And you can see they are quite springy. So what I do is widen them right out. With that one I did, I widened it out a good bit like that. And then pushed it in. As you can see. I mean, I'm squashing down that quite tight there, my fingers. You know, there, it's that tight, it's sprung off. But yeah, that's a general idea. I'll catch it in a minute. But that's a general idea. Got these. They cost me 70 pence for all that lot in there. Plus I get a nice little case to put some rivets in when I'm finished. Yeah. So that's an idea. You can use them for that. Depending on how big the slot is. I mean, this wasn't a very big slot in there. But you can use, I could use two side by side if I wanted to. But the slot wasn't big enough, so. That's it. That's if you can't get a spring or you've lost a spring. Don't worry. Go and raid the missus or the daughters or whatever and nick one of their air grips. Yeah. And it works. You'll find you'll have to spread them out wider than what they need to be and then squash them as you go in. Push them in with a screwdriver or something, you know, get them in there. But obviously when they're long like this, the shorter they are, the more spring they got to them. Okay? And also, if you wanted to, you could use it for windscreen pillows. Pillars. Like, you know, if you've got a broken screen, you could use these rather than using die cast. Or split pins. These are a bit lighter than split pins. Roughly the same shape. Alright. That's it. Tip of the day. Okay, we'll get on with the assembly then. Oh, there you go. We'll get on with the assembly then. Get all laid out. Here we are again at the assembly stage of the project. Slurp me tea. Right. Everything's done. Painted, as you know. Right. Let's just think about it. Oh, well, you've done the packing case. There you go. Job done. Right, before we start, the paint I use for these is Rover Vermilion. Rover Vermilion. If you can see that. And the green is just signal green, Ford signal green. Okay. Ford signal green. So they're the paints that I used, and of course the pound shop black. Okay, let's get started. First things first, got to get the runners in. Okay. Oh yeah, and we've got some string. We use this string. Sort that out. We'll get the runners in this first. So first of all, you've got to do is, you see those, I've cleaned them off now. And where is it? Let me have a look. Yeah, here and here and here. I've cleaned the paint off those because we've got to put these little rollers on. So if you take this apart, one of these apart, as soon as you pull this off, be careful that these, you don't lose them and they fall off. I dropped one the other day. It took me nearly an hour to find the flipping thing. So I get these off. Okay. And these should go. And drop and pick them up now. I'm going to pick them up with this one. I'll do. should go on. This is the thing, is picking the bloody things up. Just sit them on there. Hopefully they won't fall off. Turn it over. Keeping your fingers on the other side. Bum, ba, dum, bum. Last one's always a pig, isn't it? There you go. Push them on there like that. Okay. That's the inside, that's the outside. So we'll slide that on like so. They should stay put there now. And there's a bar goes in the bottom. This goes in here. Should hold it all together. And that should slide up and down. Obviously there's paint on the inside of the runners. If you hold that, that should slide up and down. Okay, so what we've got to do is pin that pin over. So I'm going to have to pin that pin over. That's what we're going to have to do. Make sure it's in nice and as full as it can without crushing it. Alright, I'm going to pin that over. Back in a sec. Right, that's pin that over. You can see. I'll hold that in. It's got some paint on it, obviously, so help it slide, but right, so that's that bit. Next. This piece, where that tongue slides up underneath there, like so. Oh, I'll tell you what I want to do first. You're going to watch me have some fun with this. Now, I was never a Boy Scout, so don't start taking a Michael. I'm crap at doing knots. And bring that round. It's old granny knot, mate. Old granny knot. Should have got old crap old Nick to do this for me. He's good at doing knots. I see him do his crane knots the other day. I should have freeze framed it and see how he did it. But I didn't. There we go. Oh, cock up here, isn't it? How embarrassing is this? But we'll get there. Never say die. I've got plenty of string. I can always cut it off. Oh, that'll hold on. Hold on, baby. Well, I've done that on purposely. I'll get an extra long length. Right, get that in. Just makes it easier later. Right, let's put this on then. Like I say, that T-piece there slides it over like so. That hacksaw. Straight through. Wheel on the other end. Okay. Right, it's going to go and paint this over. Back in a sec. Okay, that's painted over. There you go. The reason I did take camera and film it all is because it's a pain, and I was having to set it all up over there. Right, I'm going to thread this string. If I remember correctly, it goes... I can't remember now. Yeah, I think it goes down there. Down there, lad, down there. Not around the wheel. No, that's wrong. Sure it goes over there. We'll see in a minute, anyway. Right, it goes over there. Up and under there. And then it has to come through. There's a hole there somewhere. There it is. That's the tricky bit, getting it through that hole. I don't know if you can see that. Come on, you're there, but you're not pushing. Dropped it. It's probably not as awkward as I'm making out it is. Come on, you little toe rag. Ah, there it is. Got it. Right. There you go. Now, as far as I can make out, yeah, that should be it. Have the forks at the bottom when you do this. Yeah. Have your forks on the ground when you do this. Now we've got to tie another knot now. Like I said before, I'm not great at tying knots. That worked out right, didn't it? Told us crap at time knots, didn't I? People going, ah, do it this. But really, I ought to practice. But something I don't really use very often. Right, let's wind the old girl up a bit and see what we got. Right, centralise that, centralise that. Cut that off. You watch that pull that through now, I bet. Look. Alright. Well, that's it. To the top. There again. Excellent. Job done. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay. Put this base plate in then. Got the axle. Drop that in. Spinny, spinny. Excuse me. Click that in place. Let's get the super duper. Got some Riviera Arts here somewhere. Shove that in there. Get that one in there. That one in there. And finally, this one in here. Shove that in there. Right. Next thing is get old matey in. So we'll want to drop a super duper on his backside, won't he? Trying to squeeze him in here. His foot's got to go in that hole. There you go, he's in. That's it, he's in. Right. I think we're about done. Excuse my fingers and that being in the way while doing that. It weren't the easiest thing to tie knots and stuff. Let's get this out of here. Yeah, it's a good roller, look. There she goes. There she goes, put that in there. Not quite going right to the ground, but there we have the packing case. We lift her up. There she goes. There we go. There we go. Bumpity bum bum bumpity bum bum bum. Oh, good old Jacko. He's doing his best. Look. And then we lower it down. That hairpin seems to be working. There you go. Job done. Right, let's get it on the magic roundabout and see what we got. Oh, yeah, what I didn't do, I didn't paint Jacko because I thought I want to leave a little bit of patina on there for him, so I didn't paint him. And I didn't paint the wheel. I didn't paint the hubs because I thought they were perfectly all right as they were. So I didn't paint the hubs. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool, that. All done. Yeah. Really good, that. Okay, let's get it on the magic roundabout then. See you in a minute. Just to remind ourselves what we started with. This is what we started with, Coventry Climax by Dinky. Play worn. There we go. Okay, we're all done. Dinky Toys Coventry Climax fork truck. Sporting a new paint job. Tatty old packing case. Old Jacko's on the move with it. Yeah, not a bad little job, this one. Quite simple. Except for when you tie knots. Yeah, Coventry Climax. It's quite an old one, this one, actually. I don't know the exact date. I'll put it in the description when I upload it. Yeah, quite solid. I prefer this one to the newer ones that they did, I must admit. Let's just whip that case off a minute so you can have a look. There you go. That's it, Coventry Climax. Well, I hope you enjoyed this one this week. So, all I've got to say now is onwards and upwards to the next one. And we'll see you very shortly. Bye for now.